Hello, dear friends. I'll say hello first. Hello, dear. How are you doing? So it's hot. It's hot in San Antonio. It was 104 degrees yesterday. Oof. Anyway, it's going to be nice. It's going to be okay, I hope, because with all this climate change, you never know. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're being safe. And I will wait for a few people to come in. Let's see hi, Tooth Fairy. I know. Let me tell you what happened to me. I had a face treatment because I have precancerous spots on my face. And so for a whole week, I used the cream to show them, to reveal them. And then at the dermatologist office, they put a gel to even show them even more. And then they use a lamp, a red light lamp, and it burns the spots. And so it looks really ugly. And Anna was able to do the live show, not last time, but the time before. Anyway, that's what happened to me. It's just I'm doing much better now. Much better. So, Mr. Fish, hello. Catch the stream. Yes. Hi, Merdina. How are you doing? There's Sana. Thank you, Tooth Fairy. You are sweet. Thank you very much. But it was because I didn't look pretty at all. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Hi, Teresa. Teresa. Oh, right. So welcome. Hi, Elise. Sophie Elise or Elise Sophie. Anyway, how are you? Anyway, I am going to start by showing you a trick that I learned. And let me get this because it fell. So let me show you that they showed me how to use your masks in the correct way. See, this is the way it turns out. And it fits like really snugly. So this is going to be fast. I'm not going to talk much about it. So you fold this in half. And then you make a knot on one side. There. See it? And you make a knot on the other side. So there. See it? And now you know that there's a part that has the stiff part, and that's you're going to fold it for your nose. So there it is. And you see these corners there? You fold them toward the inside. So you fold them toward the inside. And then your glasses don't get fogged. And it fits like really snugly around your nose, around your face, and around you. Anyway, no air going in. So that's what it is. So that's an easy thing. Okay, so I get a lot of questions on how many stitches do I need for a baby blanket? Okay, so Anna is going to place a link to show you how to measure your stitches. So of course, I can't tell you how many stitches you need because each person knits differently. So how do you knit? What yarn are you using? which needles are you using, what stitch are you using. So I don't know those things. So a person asked me for the square washcloth, which is also the baby blanket. And let's make believe that this is the baby blanket and this is a washcloth, but this is the baby blanket. And they want to know how many stitches they need here, right there, before they take off. So of course it has to do with all sides are equal. All sides are the same. So if you believe that this is, if you want your blanket to be, let's say 40 inches wide, I mean 40 inches long and wide, yeah. So you know that each one of these are the same measurement as what you're going to be taking off. So if this is 40 inches from where you knit to there, then it's time to take off. Okay, so if you want your blanket to be 40 inches and this is 40 inches, it's time to take off because all sides are the same. Okay, so of course, if I have my piece of paper and I'm starting here and I am going to start taking off for the other part. So this will be how long and how wide my blanket will be. This measurement here. And then of course when you do the other part, it's going to look like this. Okay. So how many stitches do I need for if I make this stitch? We're going to be posting it online soon. It's very pretty. So this is it, and I measured 4 inches. I measured 4 inches so that you can see how many stitches I need. So okay, 4 inches the other way. So I have the 4 inches there, and I placed pins where the 4 inches are. Of course, this was going to be flat on the table. And okay, so now I have my swatch and I know that I have it here. 15 stitches give me 4 inches. Okay, so that I know for sure. So if 15 stitches give me 4 inches, so 15 stitches give me 4 inches. In order to have 40 inches, how many stitches do I need? So I am going to multiply the 15 times, let me see, because it's like that, it's transparent. So 15 times 40, which is the crossed given numbers. Those numbers I already have. So I'm going to multiply the crossed given numbers and divide it by the leftover number, which is 4. So that's very easy to do. So this is, I learned this when I was in 3rd grade because you remember these things. So 15 times 40 is 600. The 600 you divide by 4 and that's 150 inches, which is what I need to make 40 inches with this stitch. So always use your measurements with the stitch that you're going to be making your thing with. So let's see another example. So what if I want my piece to measure 30 inches? So if 15 stitches give me 4 inches, in order to have 30 inches, how many stitches do I need? So I'm going to multiply the two across the given numbers, which is 15 and 30, and I'm going to divide it by 4. And so if the stitch says that the stitch itself is a multiple of 4 plus 1, so it just happens that 112 is a multiple of 4. And so I am going to use 112 plus 1, 113. So that's it. And then, of course, you need to remember that if you're making a scarf and you want to add a band on each side so it doesn't twist, or just to hold it in place, you need to make maybe 3 or 4 garter stitches or seat stitch on each side so that it holds in place. So that has to be done with your measurement too. But for a scarf, you usually say, well, I want only, like 10 inches or something like that. I just want 10 inches. So you do, if 15 stitches gives me 4 inches, in order to have 10 inches, how many stitches do I need? And so you do the same thing as always. So it's really easy. And then, of course, you adjust the corners. If you want it for 10 inches, you take that off, the main part of the scarf. So always make a swatch. Really, it saves you a lot of time and energy. I'm sorry, but we have a lot of allergens in San Antonio, and so that's what it is. I love your names. I always try to use the swatch I make when I'm yes. What a good idea. A hidden pocket. Use the swatch as a hidden pocket. Oh, it never occurred to me. What I try to do, if I have the time and enough yarn, is that I'll make something like a pot holder or something like that. Because it's usually not cotton yarn. If it's cotton yarn, I'll make it like a washcloth, but a pot holder or a coaster or something like that. And you can still use your swatch. So the alternative to increase and decrease, Anna? Okay, Anna's asking me something. Increase, decrease, alternatives for swatches. Okay, so what if you have your sweater and you need to increase for the bottom part? So you do the same thing. You're going to see how many rows you have per inch. And for example, I have 4 rows per inch or 6 rows per inch. So that is the amount that you have to adjust for adding stitches or for taking off stitches. For example, with a raglan sweater, it's usually a stitch on each right side row. So, it's a matter of, and it's the same thing if you want to increase for a sleeve. Let's say if you have, I'm going to write it here. So if you have a sweater, and let's say that you want to decrease or increase or decrease here, You have to have the measurement. This one here, that means from shoulder to shoulder. And then you have to have the measurement around the person's bottom or chest size, which is that. So if I have that and I do the same thing, if 100 and if 15 stitches give me 4 inches, in order to have 40 inches, how many stitches do I need? So I need 150 stitches here. And if my shoulders measure, I don't know, 30 inches? That's a lot, but anyway, you measure this and this, and you measure this and this around, and now you know how many stitches you need to take off in order to have that measurement here. So it's a matter of sitting down and doing your numbers. Please don't be afraid to do that. It saves you a lot of time, a lot. Okay, the pocket repairing techniques. Yeah, hey, 2 on one and 2 on the other. Yeah, hey. Avoid math. No, don't avoid math. These are simple things, and we have a tutorial on how to do that. Please, Anna, do you have it at hand? Do you have it at hand on how to make your swatch and come up with your numbers? I don't know if you have it at hand, because I sent it to you. And also, oh, I need to tell you something very neat. So in 3 days, 3 days only, we got 20,000 views on the Twisted Stitch. And I think it has been the most we have gotten ever. In 3 days, we had 20,000 views. 3 days. So and that was amazing. I'm astonished, but it's a very pretty stitch. So Anna, I think you have it at hand, the Twisted Stitch. All right. Yes, it is very pretty, and also I think it has to do with the yarn that I used. That variegated yarn, and it gives it a lot of texture. So I think that has to do with it also. Okay, so I think that is all I needed to talk about. I needed to talk about how many stitches do I need. I needed to talk about how many stitches do I need. I needed to talk about doing your swatch with the yarn, with the needles, and with the stitch that you need to use for your project. And don't ask me how many stitches you need for a baby blanket. I don't know. I don't know how many stitches you need. You need to make your swatch, please. And okay. One cool stitch, yes. Isn't that something, Rebecca? Hey, you were one of those? Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyway, we feel very happy having you as followers and as subscribers. And thank you very much. Thank you, Elise. Thank you so much. Anyway, thank you very much. And I hope you stay safe. Please use your masks. This is a very cool trick that a doctor sent in Spanish, and the sister of a friend of mine. So it was Laura who sent it, I think, or anyway, it was one of Marta's family members, and it's really neat. See how cute? Okay, let me see. Because it really covers you. It really does, see? So it covers you very nicely, and this becomes like, at least it covers my double chin. Okay, so this has to go toward the inside. This has to go toward the inside, and like that, that's how it should fall. So, very, very nice trick. Thank you very much. Okay, love you all, and please be safe. Drink a lot of water, and thank you, Marilyn Salazar. Thank you, Elise. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Tooth Fairy. Thank you, Medina, Teresa. Thank you very much to all, and I will see you next Wednesday.